Big story Monday in the Big Ten for the second straight year. Rutgers knocking off #1 Purdue. This time they did it at Mackey. Cam Spencer hitting what turned out to be a game-winning three. 65-64 the final. First time the Scarlet Knights have ever beaten a top-ranked team on the road. Spencer, the transfer from Loyola of Maryland, leading the league in steals as well as an outstanding outside shooter. And he joins us now. He is today's big interview. And Cam, congratulations on the shot. Congratulations on the win. What have the last couple of days been like on campus?
Yeah, thank you. Nothing new, honestly. Just kind of moving on and focused on Maryland now for Thursday. Very happy with the win. It was a tough road win. Purdue is a tough place to play, so a great win, but now we have to move on.
Well, I want to dwell on it. You can move on after we're done with the interview, but I need to dwell on it a little bit because that's kind of the point of having you on. Take me through your thought process on that shot.
Yeah, coming out of the timeout, Coach had drawn up a good play where we usually try to get a three-point look out of it, but with how they played it, we kind of had to freelance a little bit, and Paul was able to get into the paint, and I kind of tried to shift over and give him a passing lane, and once he found me, I kind of shot faked, and the kid went for it, and then I just shot it, and luckily it went in. But great pass by Paul, and great job from him getting me the ball.
Absolutely. And then last 10 seconds, they had a couple of opportunities themselves to take the win back from you guys. Take me through that last sequence, a little bit crazy.
Yeah, it was. No, I mean, the game wasn't over. It's never over till the clock hits 0. So proud of our guys who were out there to get the stop. They made it tough. You know, they got a good look, and luckily it didn't go in, but we fought for the rebound and kind of had that last little 0.4 seconds to deal with. But, you know, in the end, we were able to pull it out. So really proud of our guys.
Any estimate on how many different people you heard from in the aftermath of that win?
I don't have a number on it, but there were a few people that reached out. But like I said, I'm really not focused on it. Just worried about Maryland now.
I mentioned this is your first year at Rutgers. You transferred from Loyola of Maryland. You had all kinds of injury issues while you were there. Missed the better part of a season with a hip injury. Had another year that you missed portions of as well. How challenging was that for you to sit out in the heat of your career?
Yeah, it was tough. You know, I'm somebody who's fully committed to basketball, so when that gets taken away from you, you really are just kind of bored, and very frustrating during that time to not be able to be out there with your team and compete with them. So it really taught me to just appreciate every day that I get the chance to play basketball. So I really just try to appreciate every day now going forward.
How did you get back to playing at the level that you are now? Take us through that process of rehabilitation.
Yeah, just a lot of help from some great people. Just doing a lot of strength and mobility exercises for my hip so I could get back to the level that I wanted to be at. And you know, my hip feels great now, so just really thankful for all the people that helped me get back to where I am now.
You were really heavily pursued when you entered the portal. What made Rutgers the right fit for you?
Yeah, it really started with the first phone call with Coach Peichel. Just you know how passionate he was about his team and just everything that Rutgers had to offer. You know, I came on my visit and kind of knew right away that this was a place that I wanted to be, and a real family environment, and just couldn't be happier with my decision to come here.
Big Ten fans are familiar with your brother Pat. He famously transferred from Loyola to Northwestern after being named the best lacrosse player in the country. He won essentially the Heisman Trophy for lacrosse, ended up being a really good player for the Wildcats. I know he's pursuing a professional career in basketball right now. What advice did he give you about competing in the Big Ten?
A lot of advice. You know, he just said it's pretty much the best conference in the country, and night in and night out you're going to have to bring your best, and as a competitor that's all you want. You know, you want to be challenged and you want to go against the best. So he really just encouraged me to go after that challenge, and just gave me some insight into what it'll take to have success on this level.
You have another brother who plays basketball as well. Your dad played competitively. How much does your family drive you, Cam?
A ton. That's where the competitiveness starts. We fight and we battle with each other, but we always say we're each other's biggest fans. So, everything we do, whether it's basketball or golf or video games, whatever it is, we try to compete, and that's just our nature.
Who's the best golfer?
Competitively, I'd say myself, but my dad, my older brother, and I, we have some good battles, but we're all pretty even, I would say.
Who's the best basketball player?
Competitively, you have to say yourself, so I would say myself, but no, both Pat and Will are great players as well, and I've learned a lot from their games as well, so just, yeah.
Yeah, Pat's been a fascinating guy to follow. We were talking before the interview that he's playing in the G League now. He threw down a dunk I saw in the Summer League that had Steph Curry literally losing it on the sidelines. Bring people up to date on this amazing career that he has forged for himself after literally being the #1 overall pick in the lacrosse draft.
Yeah, from his freshman year of college lacrosse, he kind of knew that he wanted to play basketball professionally, and that was his first love. So, all summers in college, he was holding the ball in his hand, and right now he's playing with the Warriors G League team in Santa Cruz, and he's doing well, and I'm very proud of him, and he's been working his butt off and trying to make it to the NBA, and I do believe that he'll get there. So.
That'd be an amazing story. Rutgers basketball has turned into an amazing story, too, under Steve Peichel. And one of the reasons they have is that identity on the defensive end. As the lone newcomer on this team in terms of transferring in, obviously you've got freshmen as well, but how did that identity kind of get conveyed to you? That hey, this is who we're going to be. We brought you in to be a shooter and all the things you could bring offensively, but at the end of the day, defense is what gets it done.
Yeah, that was one of the main points that Rutgers prides themselves on, especially Coach Peichel, just playing hard on the defensive end and 5 guys being connected on that end, and then you have the freedom to do what you want on the offensive end. So since day one, Rutgers prides themselves on defense, and I think our team is that what makes this kind of special is that we really do take pride in the defense that we play.
You mentioned you've got Maryland coming up tomorrow, so now I'll give you some time to give us some insight there. What's the biggest challenge against the Terps?
They're a good team. They're a drive-heavy team, so they like to get into the paint, and they have a lot of capable playmakers on their team. So really talking about being able to guard your yard and keep them out of the paint is something that we're emphasizing going into the game.
Any special incentive as a Baltimore native for you?
A little bit. I mean, that's the hometown team, so obviously want to get the win, but nothing too much.
All right, well, Cam Spencer, congratulations on a great start here at Rutgers. Been fun to watch you fit in on this team, and best of luck here going forward.
Thank you for having me.
You can catch Cam and the Scarlet Knights in